Hi everybody, it's Meesh. I just wanted to apologize first off. I haven't logged into my account on here in several months. This is actually the first time I log in since around October of last year. And I want to apologize for that, for one, because I know that even though I only have a few viewers, I do have some of you viewers out there. And secondly, because I did actually receive one message asking for help in November, and I'm only just getting around to talk about it now, and I feel really bad. Now, the person that messaged me, their name is Ailvan1, and she messaged me and said, I would like to know if you can help me. I have a woman neighbor in the basement apartment who is trying to drive me crazy with banging and stupid antics to drive me nuts. Before my hubby and I had split up when we weren't married, so I was gone for about a year, and we had lived in this place now for 10 years, and she had moved downstairs a year after us. When I would tell my husband about confronting her regarding her antics, he would say he wants no part in it, and had said this for quite a long time. She doesn't have a boyfriend, she doesn't go out, and seems like she doesn't have a social life. There are times when she would bang and then my husband would right away go to the bathroom or drop something, and it made me feel like they were communicating in code or something. And we've had a lot of fights about this, and he totally denies it. He calls our names to me and says not to insult him, etc. She will take her shower the same time as my husband in the morning, and I have caught her leaving at the same time as my husband. And yet, my husband and I have an argument. She gets up later, and I hear her in the morning, and she'll bang to start trouble. Does this sound fishy to you? Thanks. Okay, well, first things first. I mean, it could just be coincidence. It could just be a crazy neighbor. Um, in this case, what you could do is just approach your neighbor. Just very casually and very cautiously. And don't go pointing fingers. Don't say, you're doing this, you're doing that, you're doing this. Just approach them and mention the noise. And just be like, listen, we've been living here, the same place for 9 years together, and I've noticed that you're a little bit noisy sometimes, and I was wondering if there was any reason why there was banging at certain times, if you were trying to maybe quiet us down, offer some reasons why it's happening. And just ask, don't be rude about it, just ask, why is there banging? And if she says it is because you're being loud, then just say you'll take note, that you'll try to keep quiet, and if you notice it continuing, then you can always confront her again. Now, if this doesn't work, if she's still banging and you still seem like there is, some sort of code going on between your husband and this woman, you could always confront her from that aspect. And again, don't be rude about it. Just have like a woman to woman talk, and just, be friendly about it. Invite her over for a cup of coffee one day when your husband might be out doing something, and just be like, listen, I know this might sound crazy because I don't know you, but I have a really bad sinking feeling in my gut that there's something going on between you and my husband. And just tell her the little things that you notice, and, tell her about the banging and how he responds right away, and about the showers and stuff. But, again, don't be overbearing, don't be accusing. Just mention what you've noticed. And really accent that this is a woman-to-woman talk, and just be like, listen, woman to woman, I need to know if there is anything going on, because this is my life, my family, and I don't need that being ruined because of some little love affair. Don't quote me, but the guidelines that I'm going by. Just ask her, and I'm sure as another woman, she'll know what it's like to be in a similar situation. I mean, nowadays, who hasn't been in a situation like that? If you haven't, you're one of the lucky ones. Now, if the banging does stop after the first time that you confront her just casually, then you're one of the lucky ones. If it doesn't stop and you've had both conversations with her, then maybe it is time for you to bring a third party into this. Your landlord, a police officer, something about the noise. You also need to sit your husband down again, and again, just make it a very comfortable situation. Don't, shine a light in his face and grill him like he's in some sort of holding room at the police station. And just talk to him about it. Just talk to him about what's going on and ask him why he's getting up, minutes, seconds after she's doing this and responding to it. If he doesn't want anything to do with it, then ask him why he's responding to it anyway. You need to find out some answers here. If you're feeling insecure in any way, it's something that you need to talk to him about. And that's another thing that could be happening. It could just be your own insecurities. And if that's the case, you need to reanalyze what's going on, see if maybe you are taking some things out of context, and just reassure yourself that if this does seem to be taken out of context, that your husband, cares about you. Obviously, he wouldn't have been with you for 10 years. Or maybe it's time for you to, try to do something, I'm sorry, I can't think of the word right now. Like start a journal or start a blog or even vlog. Just do something where you can express yourself and how you feel. Write some poetry, paint a picture. I know that sounds kind of lame to have a sort of outlet like that, but everybody really needs one if it is a personal thing. In the end, you have to do what's going to make you happy. If everything is still, going crazy, if you've done all of these things that, there's nothing else that you can do, then you need to ask yourself, is this something that I can live with? Is this something that I can live with and be happy with? Because it's always going to be at the back of your mind. If she's still doing the banging and he's still responding and you're still worried about him cheating on you or her trying to seduce him or what have you, then you need to do what's going to make you happy. You need to, either stick with it or up and leave. You need to do what you need to do in order to get you to be happy, because happiness is really the best policy. If you're living a miserable life, then everything and everybody around you is going to end up being miserable as well. If in the end, he decides that he's telling you it's not her, he's not cheating on you, and if you are sick and tired of the banging, suggest moving to a different apartment, moving to a different place, just a fresh start, and see if you do take that route, which I know is a really big step, then you'd be able to see any consistencies or any strange going-ons. If you're still seeing her around, if you're still seeing her, parked outside your apartment complex waiting for him to come out, then yeah, that would be something very fishy. And really, like I said, you just need to do what's going to make you happy. You need to confront her, ask her what the reason for the banging is. Then you should probably, if it doesn't stop, confront her again, and confront your husband as well. Ask him, and all the while keep your cool, don't flip out, and in the end do what's going to make you happy. Stay with him if you need to, leave him if you need to. Do whatever it is that's going to keep you not wondering what's going on when you're gone. And I really guess that's all I have to say. That's dealing with a crazy kind of stalkerish neighbor, I guess. I don't really have a title for this video yet. But anyway, if you have any other questions that you'd like help answering with, or if I didn't answer your question the way that you want it, or anything like that, just send me a message in my inbox on here, and I will answer you as quickly as I can. Like I said, I'll be here more often, so I should be answering that soon. Anyway, you have a great day.